Van der Poel isn't far from Ganna, Pedersen. Everybody's got each other in their sights, Hannah. So that's that for Turner. What a turn, and Tyenberg begins all 700 metres of it. Can see in the grey jersey, it's Mathieu Van der Poel. Up there as well, wearing number 17 is Tim Wellens, waiting, ready to go. Trentin is there, and it's Pedersen now who's going to attack. It's the former world champion, Mats Pedersen, being followed by another man who knows all about the rainbow bands. It's Pedersen and Mathieu Van der Poel who've managed to distance the rest on the Tyenberg. Just 20 seconds now to the front of the race, and behind Ganna is caught napping. He is digging deep, he is gritting his teeth, just as he was on the Cipressa, just like he showed on the Poggio. But it's Pedersen who motors away here, and look at this familiar sight. On Saturday it was Pogacar doing this, and look who has stuck to his wheel. Mathieu Van der Poel, today with Pedersen really powering on. Van der Poel is not moving. A perfect reaction behind from Mathieu Van der Poel, and digging deep, showing strength himself, resilience while he's at it too. Filippo Ganna makes it a trio at the front, but where are the killer bees? Visma Lease bike missing. Keep your eyes on them here, because it's the pattern. It's steep, it's short, it's just 400 metres, but this can decide races. It's Mats Pedersen, it is Mathieu Van der Poel, and the cobbles are just starting to get that little bit slippy. And now Mathieu Van der Poel starts to really press down on the pedals. The former world champion at the front in his grey jersey, representing Alpecin Koenig. The man who won Milano-San Remo for the second time in 3 years at the weekend. He's hoping to double up and retain the title he took 12 months ago here. Off into the gutter he goes. That'll be barriered off in 9 days' time for the Ronde van Vlaanderen. There's a little gap from Mats Pedersen to Filippo Ganna, and for Emre Kent and Kasper Pedersen, it's hang-on time. It's the two former world champions who are pulling away here. Hannah, you called it, you said it. They are those riders who this is much more suited to. It's now over to Pedersen to see if he can hang on.
Now Pedersen on the uneven surface there as it starts to really kick up, struggling to hold on to the wheel of the Dutchman.
And that could be that. That could be that. Mathieu Van der Poel going away halfway up the Quaremont into the village and continuing to power on. Mats Pedersen's resistance ceases, and Mathieu Van der Poel finds himself alone. See the road, see the damage done, and he now looks a country mile in front of them all. It's head down, pedal away, 37.5 kilometres to the finish. Van der Poel's done the damage. The question now is there enough in the tank to bring it home, Hannah? Van der Poel through the centre of these crazy supporters. He's come to give them the show they wanted. Time gaps are to be believed. He is at least holding what he has to Mats Pedersen on this one. The rain is falling in Flanders, and Mathieu Van der Poel continues to ride through it. 16 seconds of a gap to Mats Pedersen, who he dropped on the Quaremont. It's 20 seconds for one of their cycling gods, Mathieu Van der Poel, from just over the border in the Netherlands. in just 5K's time as we get a reminder of what can happen. It is never over until it's over, and there's always a hiccup around every corner.
And this is why I say you've got to be really, really cautious. When you don't have a big downpour, you still race. And even though you can see it's slick on the roads and the rain has been falling, you still race as if it's dry. And you still push on in each of these corners, the roundabouts, as if it was dry. And so it's just that little reminder now for Van der Poel.
Almost 50 seconds now for Van der Poel to Pevers. And barring any more of those incidents, accidents, problems, Van der Poel's riding away with it here.
Pretty remarkable. You know, we talked about how he was on the back foot. They had 3 minutes of a deficit to make up, having been caught out on that crash. And ordinarily, riders might not have made it back into any kind of chance or position to try and win the race because they're completely out of it, or they've spent too much to try and come back. But this man is he's built differently, isn't he? He's absolutely incredible.
Van der Poel continues to put time into everybody. It's a minute now to Mars Pedersen, 1:45 to Ghana, and nearly 3 minutes to Pedersen and the Kent. And there is maximum caution around every corner now for Mathieu Van der Poel. Van der Poel dropping Mars Pedersen, Filippo Ganna, Emede Kent and Casper Pedersen on the Oude Kwaremont, and he's been alone since 37Ks to go. Just the 5Ks or 6Ks less than last year's solo demonstration. It has been another stellar ride from Mathieu Van der Poel. He's 1 minute and 7 in front of Mars Pedersen at the moment, 2 minutes and 1 ahead of Filippo Ganna, and 2:52 back to Wellens, Jorgensen, Casper Pedersen, Emede Kent, Kung and last year's second place finisher Stern. One final message to the car. The red kite is past, 1 kilometre to go, and Adrie Harelbeke will once again belong to Mathieu Van der Poel. Something he chased throughout his career. He'd been close, he'd been on the podium, he'd been beaten by his big rival Wout van Aert on a couple of occasions. Last year he came and he won. This year it's the same story. Another long-range move. One more attack from distance. Last year it was the Paterberg. This time it's the Kwaremont. And now finally the finish line is about to come into sight. Once again, signing up as winner after a demonstration, it's Mathieu Van der Poel.